everyone. This is Mo. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday, and thank you for joining me. And if it's your first time here, you're welcome, and I hope you enjoy what you see. Today we're just going to be talking a little bit about some of the amigurumis that I finished, and a little bit about the color pooling, and about some UFOs, and not the ones in the sky either. Okay, so let's talk about my UFO first. And I know I haven't shown you this one before because it's been a while since I worked on it. And it's this sweater right here. Now this is a Reglan style sweater. And it is worked, you work it from the top down. It is very nice and chunky. But it's not finished yet because I ran out of yarn. Now it was made with one cake of yarn, and I thought I would have enough to make it longer, and I do want it longer and a little bigger. I want to put some more edging around it. This is a crystals for Bag a Day, her pattern for a Reglan style sweater, and it was made with a Caron anniversary cake, one cake. I did do a few things with it before I started the sweater, so I might have had enough to finish the edging if I didn't use it, but I decided to try it with that, and it did make a pretty good sweater, but it's a little bit shorter than I wanted. I like longer sweaters, but I really like the feel of this one. I tried using a different yarn with it because it matched the colors, but it didn't match the, this is a number 5. And I think the yarn I got was a 6 weight, and it didn't go out over very well. So I frogged it. So back to where it is right now. But I know I will eventually find that cake again, or a couple smaller ones that will go with it. But that's one that I'm going to continue to work on. But that is one of my UFOs that I haven't showed you. And the color pooling. I know I showed you this one the other day. This was my first attempt at it, and it just seemed to be just lining up in lines, which it's not given that Argyle pattern. But I didn't give up. I tried again. I watched a few more videos on it, and then I tried with this one, which I can see a little bit more. That's given that Argyle look a little, but not as clean as I would like it to be. So I have a little bit more work to do with lining up my stitches. So I've seen people making sweaters with it, or just making a big blanket. But there was a cute one that made an actual cardigan using the stitch. But there are some people that say you can only use a moss stitch and a granny stitch, but then there was another lady using a half double crochet on her pattern, and it's the same thing. You just have to count your stitches to know how many stitches are in each color that you have, because you have to start before the last color. Each color has to start before it did in the last row when you're going one way, and the same thing when you're going the other way. You have to start them before. So it's a lot of counting, which takes a little bit more thinking when you're doing those, but it is doable. And I like a good challenge when it comes to something a little bit harder, but I'm willing to give it a try. So I'm going to keep trying. Just like I tell you guys, try something new. Sometimes we get in ruts and don't think we can do things, and we might get weary and doing stuff, but if we keep trying, we can do it. Let's see. Yes, amigurumis. All right, so I did make one with the furry yarn that I had, a little bunny with a furry tail. I don't have his face all done yet, but you can't really see that there's sparkle in this yarn. But he does have glitter. There's glitter in this. But he's one that I finished. And then I finished this one. Well, not the face. I still have to do the faces. I'm very particular with the faces. This one I made him with floppy ears. And then I have this one that's completely done. And I did this face embroidered on purpose because it's for a baby. I didn't want any plastic eyes or anything in case they chew on them. You know how babies put everything in their mouth. So just made a cute little basket with the Bernat blanket yarn. Baby, it's for baby. So that'll be going out today. And then I started another, and it's this one. And this is not a bunny. It's not a hat either. So this is the beginning of a sea creature. And this will be one that I will do a tutorial for. Once I get the first one finished again, then I will be showing you how to make those. And it is done in one continuous go. You don't have to stop and sew any pieces on like these. I had to sew on the ears. I had to sew on the arms and the legs. But in this one, it's continually crocheted until you're done. And then there might be a little hole to stitch up at the end. And that's it. Because it will be an octopus with 8 legs. And there's no sewing of any of the legs. Everything's continually crocheted until you're finished. And it even has a baby with it. And I'll show you how to do that part too. So this is a design I came up with because I didn't want to sew on 8 legs when I was finished. But I also make jellyfish out of these too. And this is the Caron Jumbo in the color Blossom. But it makes beautiful sea creatures. Just the way the yarn turns when it does the colors. So that'll be a tutorial in the future too, besides my shawl that I was working on. I also finished my Adorn shawl, this big one that I've been working on, and I really love it, but I know I will not wear this the way it is because I just don't wear shawls. Now, I will wear shrugs, yes. And I love this yarn. So I've decided that I'm going to turn this into a shrug. Because it's big enough and I love the way the yarn flows, I'm going to hook it together on the sides, make the arms. And then it will be a nice shrug for me. And I decided I'm going to do that because I can. And that's probably the only way I'll wear it. But I love it. So I love it was made with the luster sheen, the Red Heart luster sheen that I had in my stash for 20 years. And I finally made something with it. And I don't want to frog it. But I do want to use it, so this will probably be the only way I use it because it is very lightweight and it was made with a cute pattern. And it probably took me 2 weeks working on it to make it, but it was a very easy pattern to do, one that you don't want to think about when you're making it. Okay, so let's see here. I did also find some old crochet books that I had. They had some very interesting things in them. These were from the early 90s, which some people wouldn't even think that was old, but these are definitely old. I think they're from 1991. Yes, September of 91. There's some Bag O' Day colors right there. And this one, this sweater, I think it would be cute if it was done in a lighter weight of yarn. That looks a little too thick. And this one is 91 also. But the one I thought curious about was this one. It's the So Sweet Baby Afghan. It's done in the corner to corner stitch, which I have that Afghan right here. And it worked up really nicely. And I put just a shell stitch border with the picot on the ends. So it was really cute. And I would consider this like a fingering weight yarn. It's very thin. So it took a little longer to work it up, but I really like it. It's really cute. I'll probably be making another baby blanket coming up here pretty soon. But that's about it I have for today. But thank you for joining me. And I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. And I hope that you can encourage someone today. Think about somebody that might be going through some hard times, or maybe it's yourself that's going through something hard. I want you to do this with me right now. If you can do that, if you're still breathing, you still have a purpose here. If we're still breathing, we still have a purpose. There's still something for us to do. We don't know when our time is up here on this earth, and if we're still breathing, then there's still something for us to accomplish. So, and there's still people we can encourage. There's still places to shine your light in. You might be the only person that can encourage someone else, because just face it, there's some people that will not listen to other people, but they might listen to you. So you might be able to encourage them where others can't. So think about sending some of your love, some of your sunshine, some of your joy to other people. And think about that today on this Wednesday when it's looking like it's going to snow again. Spring is coming. It really is. My daffodils are bloomed and the groundhog's back, thinking they're going to live under our shed again. But just think about this Sunday being Easter. New beginnings always in the spring. The past is behind you. The future is in front of you. Quit looking behind and look forward. And just think about what today can bring. What can you do today? One little thing at a time, one step at a time. But thank you for joining me, and have a wonderful day.